Hello, welcome back. I've turned off the shapes, I've deleted the extra nodes, and we've got the hand controls. And we're now ready for the next stage. We're almost there for publishing the rig for the first part of animation. The next thing we're going to do is space switching. So when you start doing your walks, for example, let's say, as you can see, the knee controls stays behind. So the idea is when you move the foot, you want especially for a walk cycle, you want the knee control to be always ahead of the character, and the same goes for the elbows, for example. And sometimes you want to make sure that certain controls follow the torso, maybe, or certain control follow the shoulder. So it's something like that that we have to make a decision. That applies to everything. For instance, if you are on, let's say you're on FK, you're moving, getting the character moving, and when you switch to IK at a certain position, perhaps you don't want this to stay behind, and you want that also to follow the character. And when you have to do an IK FK switch in a certain pose, and those kind of things. So that's called space switching, and it's pretty easy to set up. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a locator or something like that, something that we could use. I'm going to duplicate this twice, actually three times, and hide the others. So the first one is let me just show you the locator. There we go. And I like to scale it up using this locator shape rather than this one. There we go. And we can later on hide it. So this one is left knee CTRL torso follow, duplicate it, left knee control foot follow. So yeah, you can make multiple choices and so on and so forth, and also there is no follow as well. So it's pretty simple. First of all, if you the first thing we need to do is obviously get these guys to be in a group. So I'm going to select this guy, Control G that, Control Group. Okay, so that's that one. Control Group. So these two are there. They've got their own groups. I can put them back to the control or the rig itself right now, but I'm just going to wait. So left knee control torso follow. What we need to do is select the locator, shift select the knee control and go to modify, match transforms, match all transforms, reset our settings and press apply. So now it matched its transform to this object. But whilst it's doing that, we're going to, now that it's got those values, it's got the values of where this object is, we're going to select the locator, shift select the torso control or the root control and press P. So that locator becomes the child of this torso control. So when we move it, locator moves with it. And this one, we would like to select this guy and then shift select the foot control and go to modify, match transformation, match all transformation. So now that guy follows, that guy has got the same transformation values as our foot control. Okay, and we're going to make that, apologies, I made a mistake there. I'll delete that. It's this one, it's already there actually. So we've got, it's already done. So this is for the torso, but I'm going to duplicate the same thing. Shift P. This one is the foot follow, and then select that, shift select the foot control, press P. So that one is going to move when the foot moves. The other one is going to move when the torso moves. So the trick was this: you mash the transform of the locator to the lead control, and you then make the locator the child of the respective controllers. In our case, it's this one. One of them is going to go that one into that one. One of them is going to go into that one. Okay, so that's the foot follow, and the other one is torso follow. So they are the child of their controls, but they have the same transform values as this guy. And then the setup is this: we will select the knee control, knee twist control, go to edit attributes, add attribute. We're going to say follow, and then we can use numbers and so on and so forth, but I like something called enum. When you click on enum, you can name things. You can say green, so follow foot, blue, follow torso, and then world. So we've got add attribute. So now you can say when the animator clicks on this guy, they will have this follow icon, and you will say which one to follow: foot, torso, or world. Okay, and it's pretty easy. So what we are going to do next, let me just clean something. My computer is slowing down. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to find the knee controls, knee twist controls group, because we don't want to constrain the knee twist controls transform values. These are the values that we're going to animate. It's the translate values that we're going to animate, so we don't want to touch those. So we need to find its group. So I'm just going to select it, press the F key to find the group. That's where the group is. Here we go. Okay, that's it. So that's where the group is. Let me just find it again. That's where the group is. Okay, so now that we established where the group is, what we're going to do, we're going to select the locator that is actually following or is a child of the torso. We're going to select that locator, and we're going to control click on the left knee twist control group, and we're going to go to constraint. Now if you just wanted to follow, we're just going to do a point constraint. I'm just going to reset settings. Let's see what we get. Okay, great. And now we're going to look for the other locator. Where is that one? And it's the foot one. We're just going to select that one, the foot control locator. Control click on the left knee twist and go to constrain point. So now when you click on the left knee twist control group, you see two constraints, two attributes there. Both of them are set to 1. That means they're trying to pull that knee control. So this guy is pulling it or pushing it, and then this guy is pulling or pushing it. So they try to kind of share it. But what we're going to do, we're going to have a switch. So using the follow, we can turn those constraints on and off. To do that, it's pretty simple. So we're going to go to key, set driven key, set. The knee control has got the attributes, load driver. We're after the follow. And then I need those constraints. So I could go to the node editor or just find them here, which is this one. Load driven. And we've got those two to tackle. So now we know that when the follow is set to foot, we want the torso to be 0 and the foot follows to be 1, and we'll key it. When the follow is set to torso, we want the foot follow to be 0 and torso to be 1, and key selected. When the follow is set to world, it means don't follow anything, then these two guys are going to be 0, and then we'll key it. So now so we're going to say foot. That's it. So now you've got that going on. Obviously there is no point constraint as such, so there is no orient constraint, but it still follows the foot. So the next one is obviously if I take it to torso. So this time it doesn't follow the foot. The knee controls remain behind. Ignore the fact that you see the locator. That's not important. Now, but when we move the torso, the knee controls move with it. Okay. So that's what we were after. I'm going to do the same thing on the other foot so you can understand what I'm talking about. So let me just go. By the way, because I'm done with these locators, and I'm just going to hide them. I don't want the animator to click on them. Okay, now we've got these two locators. I'm just going to turn them on. So right knee, torso, follow. Let me just hide the other guy. And I'm going to select the locator, increase its scale, and then I'm going to select that and shift select this locator, and I'm going to go to modify, match transform, match all transform. So now it shares the same values as this object. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to call this foot follow. So I'm going to select the right knee, torso follow, shift select the torso and press P. So that becomes a child of this guy, as you can see. And then I'm going to select the foot follow, shift select this guy and press P. So now this one follows that. And then I will select both curves, both locators. Let me just turn off curves for now. I'll select both of them. Both of them are selected. And then I'll go and find the new control. Let me just see where this new control group is. Here we go, it's there. Brilliant. So now if I select both locators, they both are selected, control click on knee twist control group. So you have to select both locators first, and then control click on the twist control group and go to constrain point. And similar to the other one, we have torso, foot, torso, and world. So we select the knee control, add attributes, enum, foot, torso. Actually, I need to set the follow attribute. Here we go. Foot, torso, blank, world. And then foot, torso, world, and then add. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go to key, set driven key, set. We're going to click on the knee control, which has got the attributes load driver follow. And then I'm going to find the point constraint of the right knee twist. We're done with the left one. Okay, it's this one. Load driver. Oops, driven actually. I forgot. Let me just bring the control as a driver. Okay, so we select the follow attribute, we select the constraint, we select the constraints attributes here. So when the follow is set to foot, we know that the torso is 0 and the foot is on. And when the follow is set to torso, the foot is 0, torso is 1, and then we key it each time. And when the follow is set to world, both of them are 0, and then we key it. So now we can verify it. So when it's set to world, nothing happens, as in the knee control doesn't move. When it's set to torso, it moves, and when it's set to foot, it should move with the foot. Excellent. And now we can select those locators, not the control, don't forget. So we verify that we've got the locators selected. We can make it invisible, H, and we can also lock and hide. Okay, brilliant. And I'll do the same with the arms. So I'm just going to go on the other side. I'll just do one side so you can do both later on. So it's the same thing. Create locator. So this time elbow, twist, follow, torso. What I'll do, I'll increase the scale of the local scale size of this guy. I select it, shift select the elbow control, and then go to modify, match transformations, match all transformations. So our object is there now. I'll duplicate it. This time elbow, twist, follow, hand, or you could call it shoulder, whichever you prefer. You could follow the shoulder if you like, and also hand. That's it. 3 of them are there. So we're going to select the torso one. Shift select the torso, press P. We're going to select the shoulder one. Shift select the shoulder control, press P, or you can have the clavicle control as your let's do the clavicle. So select that one, shift select that one, press P, and then we select this guy, shift select the hand control and press P. That's it. Now all 3 of them are there, and we're going to have an attribute or attributes on this one. Follow, enum, shoulder, hand, torso, world, add. So it's got all those attributes. And what I'm going to do next, I'm going to select all those locators. Don't forget just the locators. But before that, I need to find the group of this guy. So left elbow twist control group is there. What I'm going to do then, I'm going to select, just marquee select all those locators. You can verify them by pressing the F key. You can find where they are. Here we go. All 3 are selected, and I know that I need to find the left elbow twist control group. Control click on that whilst those locators are selected and go to constrain point, and that's it. It is that constraint that we need. It's got all these switches. With that in mind, we'll select the elbow control. We go to key, set driven key, set, load driver. find the follow attributes, select the point constraint, load driven, find all of these. When the follow is set to shoulder, again, we're going to have torso 0, hand 0, and just the shoulder that is left, making sure all of them are ticked. Key. When the follow is set to hand, we want to make sure the shoulder is 0 and just the hand, this guy is 1. And then when the follow is set to torso, again, we're going to go and torso to 1. The other guys are 0. Key selected. And when the follow is set to world, they're all are 0. Key selected. Let's verify it. Let's put this guy to hand, for instance. Yeah. Let's put it to shoulder. It follows it. And let's put it to torso. It follows it too. I'll do that to the other side as well. And the next one is is the hand controls. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna find the locator, create one from scratch, just scale it up like that. By the way, before we move on, I like to select those locators, look and hide all their attributes, and also yeah, and also press H to hide them. That's it. That's for this side. And then for the foot, we said foot control follow. Sorry, hand control L, hand CTRL follow shoulder. I'll just keep one copy for now. I'm going to select it, shift select this controller and go to modify transform tools. Modify match transformation, match all transformations. Let me just turn off my polys. That's it. So our controller is there. Our locator is there. It's not a child of this object. It just shares the same transform values. It's in the same position in this 3D world. So just be aware of that. So now I'm going to duplicate this guy and I'm going to call this follow torso. So what else we should do? Follow the shoulder, follow the torso, and another one maybe follow the clavicle. Okay, those three are all sharing the same transform as the hand control. And we're going to select, I'm going to find the group of this guy. This group is there. Brilliant. Actually, let's keep it there. Left arm IK control group. And then I'm going to turn off those joints that seem to be preventing me from seeing things. So I'm just going to select all these three locators. Okay, here we go. Left arm control group. Control click on that one. And we're going to go to constrain point. That's it. We are after that. Constrain, which is this guy. So now what we are going to do is add attribute to this guy. Hand control, add attribute, follow. Okay, clavicle. Shoulder. And then torso. One more, and then world. That's it. And then what we need to do, we make the shoulder one to follow the to be the child of the shoulder. Press P. We want the clavicle to be the child of the clavicle. Press P. We want the torso one, torso located, to follow the torso. Press P. Okay. Brilliant. And the next thing is go to key, set driven key set. Select our hand control, load driver, find the follow. And also we are looking for the, when I say hand control, the left arm IK control. I'm looking for the point constraint we created on that group. And then load driven. And we've got all these three. So when the follow is set to clavicle, we want the clavicle to be 1, the others to be 0. So we set the values first and then key it. When the follow is set to shoulder, shoulder 1, everything else is 0. And then when the follow is set to torso, shoulder 0, torso 1. And finally, when the follow is set to world, we want these guys to be all zeros, and that's it. That's it. So now this guy is to the world. It means it will stay behind. Let's put this to clavicle, which follows, but also does that. And don't forget, it's the point constraint, it's not orient constraint, so it's just gonna, the hand is gonna be like that. When it's set to shoulder, you get this. You can see I could have done a parent constraint and including the orientation. I don't like that much. When you select this guy and set to torso, this is really cool, so it follows it. Okay, that's brilliant. Almost like an FK. So I'm going to leave it to the world. I'm going to go ahead do the same thing on this control and also on the hand control, and then in the next session we're going to clean up the some of the attributes that we don't need for animation, and we're going to publish the first version of our rig and pass it on to the animators. And thank you for watching.